Can only eating meat, eggs, and fruit be healthy? I did 1 full year on Paul Saladino's animal-based diet. Here's my honest review, and here's what happened. So I started the animal-based diet to try and fix my Crohn's disease. I had a really big flare-up, ended up in hospital, and I didn't want to take medication, even though the doctor was telling me that I had to take steroids, anti-inflammatories. If those didn't work, I'd potentially need chemotherapy. So I really didn't want to go down that path because I've seen how that's unfolded through members of my family in the past, and I've always grown up around people always taking medication, and kind of saw the fucking system is pretty much bullshit. They give you one medication, that stops working, then they fucking feed you another 3, and it's just a never-ending cycle. Did not want to be a part of that. So I went all in on nutrition, and I'm not gonna lie, the first couple weeks were tough. Sugar withdrawals, cravings, really hard to control my portions because I was craving all the ultra-processed foods that I used to eat. Not drinking beer, not eating pizza. It was such a big adjustment for me in such a sudden period of time. One day I was eating pizza and beer, the next day I was having these insane gut issues I couldn't control. But once I got through those first couple of weeks, I started noticing some insane changes. With Crohn's, you get this intense stomach pain when you eat food that's not working for you. And it kind of feels like you've just swallowed glass and it's just traveling through your digestive system. Not fucking fun. But after 2 weeks, I stopped getting that stomach pain and the stomach cramps. I was mainly eating a carnivore diet, but slowly started introducing banana and blueberries. The other thing I noticed was my cravings stopped, which was really weird. It was almost like a primal feeling. Like the only thing I was craving was the meat and fruit. And when I ate it, I felt really good. Like my brain was like, yeah, give me more of that. It almost felt like this is how it used to feel when we ate before all of this processed food come in. Now I believe that your body knows exactly what you should and shouldn't be eating just through taste buds. Because sometimes when I eat other food, or even like I'll smell beer now, I'm like, oh, like I don't smell it. But in the past, I would love beer, I would love smoking ciggies, I would fucking love pizza, all this food, but now it doesn't really appeal to me like it used to, and it's very strange. Once I got to the 2-month mark, this is where things got crazy. I used to binge drink and binge eat every single weekend, and to go 2 months without doing that was absolutely wild to me. My gut health kept improving, but the really crazy change was my brain. I could focus for hours. Previously, I'd take Ritalin for my ADHD, and I'd have 3 double shot coffees a day just to focus. It honestly felt like I'd taken a limitless pill. I could focus all day and had sustained energy. No midday crash or feeling like I needed a nap every afternoon. I also always battled with chronic inflammation. I had back pain, knee pain, tennis elbow, Achilles issues, always battling some form of injury. And the weird thing that I noticed was once I changed my diet, all of those things improved dramatically. Like I didn't really have any of those little niggling injuries that I was facing for so long. And I thought it was something wrong with me structurally, or maybe I was sitting weird all day, but I changed my diet and the inflammation dropped. I even cleared my scalp psoriasis that I was battling since I was a kid, like for years. I think it would have been maybe 7 or 8 when I first started getting psoriasis on my scalp and back, and it went away. I was like, what the fuck is going on? For my whole life, I was given steroid creams and just told there was nothing I could do about it. I changed my diet, and within a couple months, it was gone. At the 4 to 6 month mark, this is where I started feeling like a completely different human. I stopped caring about the food that I used to crave. Like I'd look at KFC or fucking burgers and I'm like, oh no, I'm good. I'm happy with my steak and fruit. And the reason for that was because I felt so good. It was like I had found a new drug or a new fucking secret that has been kept from us of how good I could actually feel. I'm someone who used to drink a lot, do a lot of party drugs, and I would do a lot of things to make myself feel pretty fucking good on the weekends, but to feel good 7 days a week just from changing my diet was absolutely crazy to me. And this is where the results started compounding. So to give you a bit of context, I was in hospital in my flare-up. It hurt to piss. Like I had to not crawl, but fucking kind of waddle over to the toilet really slow, and doing a piss hurt. Like I sat down to pee for a very long time, probably a couple months, because standing up to pee put me in so much pain I had to sit down. So if you're a guy, never take standing up and pissing for granted, because it is something that I was very grateful for once I built up the strength to do it again. And to go from that to being able to train every day, I regained 8 kilos of muscle that I lost during my flare-up, and then within 6 months of being in hospital, I was training for and then ran a full marathon. I could have been the guy stuck on meds, getting surgery, and never doing any intense exercise ever again. But within 6 months of changing my diet, I was back in full swing. Once you get beyond that 6-month mark, the results just keep compounding. You feel the difference every single week. You keep getting better. You feel better. Your body keeps changing. Your training and performance, it all improves. Something that I do love about that is just the steady energy levels. For my whole life, I had always been up and down with not only energy, but my mood. Some weeks I'd be feeling good, smashing it. Other weeks I'd be struggling to focus, tired, depressed, down. And I just got sick of being in that up and down cycle. But since changing my diet, I just feel like me all the time. But like anything, there's pros and cons, and I want to give you both sides to the story. Pros, everything I just mentioned, the skin, gut health, energy, focus, libido, training, all these areas dramatically improved. One thing I didn't mention was how easy the fucking meal prep is. You literally just turn on a slow cooker and your dinner's ready. Like I'd get some brisket, put it in a slow cooker, turn it on, come home and dinner is ready. Then I'd have fruit for snacks. Obviously you don't need to cook your fucking sides or chop up 100 different veggies. I've been someone who's followed a bodybuilding diet for a very long time, have been into it since I was a kid. And I'd always be every night cutting up all the chicken, cutting up all the vegetables, putting into the wok, cooking, cleaning. Now I'd take a bit of meat, put it in a slow cooker, and then that's it. Or just cook a steak or some mince, and that was it. It was the easiest way I've ever done prep, and it just blew my mind that this was the healthiest way to eat, and it was so simple. Then for the sides, I just used avocado, raw cheese, fruits, so nothing that I needed to cook. Cons would be it can be tough socially. I've done the line diet. That is extremely tough socially because there's literally nothing you can eat fucking anywhere. Maybe some oysters, or you get a grilled steak, but even the steak, it's probably cooked in seed oil, so you don't want to do that at most places. But animal-based is hard to get used to, but it's not as hard as a line diet. But to give you a bit of context as to what I was eating, like at a breakfast place, I would get poached eggs and avocado, or back then I would get an acai bowl without any shit on it because it's just fruit. But I probably wouldn't recommend doing that if you do have gut issues. But if you don't, it's not a bad option, just very high in calories and sugar. And then when you're going out, you can just order, say, like chicken or steak on the sides and maybe just get some avocado or eggs. So you can work your way around it, but it is a little bit tough socially when everyone else around you is eating pizza and that kind of thing. What I would do is eat my dinner before going out, and then I might get like a little side. So an example would be going out to a restaurant, I would have my dinner before and just get whatever protein side I could get there. Now, my case is a little bit more extreme because I did have Crohn's, but if you're someone that doesn't have any gut issues and you're just doing this to lose weight, you can be a little bit more flexible with it while you're out. The other cons would just be really that first 2 weeks to a month where your body starts wigging out, your energy changes a little bit, you might have some digestive issues, constipation, the runs. It might take a little bit to get used to not having as high amount of carbs. Once you push through that adaptation phase, honestly, in my case, it is 100% positive. So do I recommend it? 100%, give it a try. If you're unsure of where to start, I do have a free guide below this video. Just click the link and I'll send it through to you. Thank you.